Hi, I'm Richard QUADRI, the Assistant Director for Cedar Springs, or Big Scary Animals, by Matt Lyle. The play explores what happens when an older conservative couple moves to Dallas's gayborhood and meets their liberal, gay, interracial neighbors. They're invited to dinner and the fun begins.
I'm Matt Lyle. I've been writing plays in Dallas since 2003. I've lived in Dallas for about 8 of the last 15 years. I spent about almost 7 years in Chicago, but I've been back for 3 years, and this is my first new play to be produced since I've been back to Dallas. Some examples of stuff I've written: The Boxer, which is a silent film on stage. We just did a 10-year anniversary rendition of it at the Fit Festival. Also, Barbecue Apocalypse was in 2014 with Kitchen Dog Theater, and Hello Human Female.
So how did growing up in East Texas and subsequently moving to bigger cities inspire this play?
I feel like I have lived in both worlds. I am still back and forth between East Texas. I still have family and friends, people I love very dearly, who are there. The differences between those people have never been more stark.
Can you tell us a little bit about your writing process and how much of it comes from your personal life?
Well, for all plays, really, I start with this great idea that I get really excited about, and I draw up the characters. I think about it all the time, and I get an outline, and I'm positive that I know the story, and then I start writing it, and I find out that I don't know the story nearly as well as I thought I did.
Right.
And it sort of refreshes me, and I start telling the story over and over to my loved ones, to my wife mostly, but I also have friends that I'll get on the phone with and talk, here's the story. And when I'm struggling to tell the story all the way through, and I'm backtracking and I'm qualifying things, I'm not ready to write the play for real. And as far as using real life stuff, depends on the play, but everything I'm looking at and thinking about is fair game.
What sort of are the overall themes you'd like to get across with this play?
You don't necessarily want to give here's the message, because theater and art is up to the interpreter. For me, it boils down to that no matter what our differences are of the different tribes that we separate ourselves into, and we also separate everybody else into based on how they look and how they vote and how they worship and all of that stuff. That we all are, in fact, neighbors. The conversation that I create between the characters on stage, I hope people get to go home and talk about that amongst themselves and with their neighbors.
This has been a conversation with Matt Lyle. I'm Richard QUADRI, and we hope to see you at Cedar Springs or Big Scary Animals.
September 7th through October 1st.